What is up, YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and here we are back with some Click Your Heroes once more. Still grinding along. I don't know exactly where we left off. Obviously, we didn't have the best of all runs here, but you know, kind of is what it is. So what my plan is right now is I'm going to be using time lapses to get up to about the 100k mark, I think, and then we're just gonna say screw it and start using quick ascensions from then on for like every push, and we're just gonna blow through all our rubies until we have no rubies, and then we'll worry about that at that point. I think is how I want to do this. So real quick, let me just set since we're gonna be doing some time lapses anyways. They're not gonna be obviously the most efficient time lapses, but I figure if we can get some of our mercenaries up higher level, it'll be, you know, good in that aspect. We'll be able to farm some rubies just from that, but there's not too many of these, I don't believe. Yeah, no, that wouldn't make a huge difference. A little bit, but not worth even trying to push with. Let's just let's just hop right into this here. Let me save all of this. Wrong folder. Give me 1 minute. There we are. Save that over. Pop over to the calculator. I gotta make sure I do choose switch this to hybrid, and then add a. I'm gonna do a 4 ratio. I don't know what the most efficient ratios for that is. It's not updating either, and I hate how it doesn't update sometimes. Why won't you update? I won't update to the hybrid setup that I'm trying to do. I always have problems with it. I don't know if anyone else does when they switch to it, because the calculator automatically switches to what you are. Yeah, it's not adding them. I don't know. Give me a second. Alright, cool. So it took an extra second to figure out, and finally ended up just getting to import. I just didn't want to import for some reason. But we're good now, so let's get all this going. Start at the top here, and kind of do this the way I showed you guys I was doing it last time. We're almost doubling the levels of these right now, which is pretty crazy. It's a, you know, obviously large jump. It's gonna make this zone jump quite a bit. We might actually break 100k right here. So this might be really the only time we're actually setting it up in this hybrid kind of setup. But you know, there's really not tons of a need to actually do like, how do I want to explain this? You don't really have to actually ascend in this, because the fish never end like they do in the main game. Where like the main game, like you want to get your, you know, you want to do quick ascension until you can't claim fish from that anymore, and then things kind of change a little bit. But in this, none of that ever really goes away. So do Nog real quick, and then see a Lotus. So this will give us a pretty good. I keep like losing my train of thought. Give us a lot of idle jump, I guess is the best way to put it. Our time lapses are going to be pretty efficient. Then we're just going to kind of get all the guys we missed here. So let's go up and do this, and you're actually the same but with 10 more. And then we're going pretty low here. Bam. Again, these are basically doubling too. Gotta go 2 more than that. 1 more with you, or you stay at that, and then actually 1 less with you. And then I don't know. Alright, so Kuma's the same thing, but we add 2 to it. Bam, bam. So that should be everything, unless I missed something, which I don't think I did. We should be sitting where we want to be sitting. And I'm verifying with this, we have more than that, so I'm assuming something messed up somewhere. But it leaves me some left over to kind of spend where I want, I guess. As long as like Nog kind of got leveled up, like Nog and our idle stuff. I mean, everything else, I know I got pretty much everything. We should be fine. These I feel like they're a little underleveled, but nonetheless, we can hop in here, go buy all these. Actually, I should do this too. It looks like we're putting everything into Atlas, and then I'm gonna clear up these fish because they're gonna get annoying. And then let's do a time lapse. Just get an 8-hour in there. We're gonna spend a decent bit of rubies climbing back up as well, which is kind of the reason. The only thing about this is I can level up my mercenaries. So some people were mentioning that before when we were, you know, progressing and doing this last transcendence. Like, what, you're spending more than 100 rubies? Why not just quick ascend? Yeah, I can, and that's kind of the idea. But when you only have a little bit to go, doing it this way, I can farm more rubies. And yeah, obviously mercs don't seem right now like they're the best way to get rubies, but later on in the game, I'm thinking, you're going to be able to get some decent rubies, especially when I start actually leveling the survival rate up. But I think we'll do okay. I think it's worth doing it like this, try to level them up a bit. And again, once we're above the 100k mark, I'm not going to do it. This Transcendence, I'm going to just kind of test it out and see how it goes just by pushing. I mean, that was we still got a lot out of that, didn't we? None of these guys ended? Yeah, well, it looks like we can do another one. 15,000, so we're pretty much back up to where we were. And by pretty much, I mean we like are. Bunch of relics coming in, which I haven't picked through any relics yet, so that's a good thing. You're brand new, so we'll send you on a 2-day. I mean, none of these really matter. I guess we'll go for the 4 hours just for the level, and then, yeah, 2-day rubies. Why not? Again, we'll go through all that after. But for now, let's just make sure we're max level into you. Let's do another one. And we should still get a decent bit out of it. Yeah, 9k zones, I think was still worth it. Probably the last time I'm going to actually do that, though. What is that? Did I do 4 of them? So that's 80 rubies. But again, I did make some back there. I'm tempted to just revive them, but we're not gonna. So I'm really tempted to do it, though. Looks like you are not going out on that because I'm sending you out on that, and then you out on that. Bam. But yeah, I mean, I definitely could probably get away with doing a little bit more there, but I don't think it's really necessary. Before I start activating all of these, I want to get the cooldown. Actually, we'll do this real quick. Activate. Bam. Let's check these out, though, and make sure we don't have any, like... Because I don't think any of these are that great. I was using that Kuma one because it added a decent bit, but I think the rest of these are absolute crap. And obviously, I want skill increasing ones, so like that. That's going to add a ton of super clicks. The super clicks right now is lasting for, what, 20 minutes? If I take this and put that... I guess it really doesn't matter because that's pretty much doing nothing. It's now doing 16 hours, so that's kind of the idea of that. So you find ones that do a large amount of skill time, mainly in the first stat. I mean, this one's not in the first stat, but it's still, I mean, it's pretty good power surge. So it's boosting that of 11 hours. I mean, it's nothing insane, but I mean, it makes so I don't really have to pay too much attention to it, and I can actually have it activated because right now everything's really can't stay activated. There's like a low golden click one. It's really not needed because I'm probably gonna just put an auto clicker on golden clicks. Kind of need something better than that. Yeah, all these are like real low ones. There's a click storm one, so that's what I mean. So you get something like this, and now I don't actually have to keep that there because my click storm is gonna stay active for 41 hours anyways. So there's really no point of keeping that there, obviously. There's a really good sniperino. Actually, we don't have a sniperino, do we? We have nothing boosting lucky strikes. I mean, it's lasting for 20 minutes right now. It's definitely going to be better than like keeping that low amount of golden clicks in. Let's put that in. You got to start to like weigh. I mean, I could obviously stack more super clicks, but like that's not really worth it. That's kind of how I run this part of the game. It's like just kind of weigh these out. It's more click storm, but not as much, I don't think. Was that the click storm? Yeah, the click storm's our best one. Okay. Yeah, so all the other ones are kind of crap. So just going to quickly purge those out. The only thing I really want to probably energize up and keep an auto clicker on is going to be golden clicks. You can drop all of these down. Oh. Why is it not putting all of them? There we go. Say it. Please just put all of them there. So we'll keep that, put on golden clicks here in a minute. But I do really want to quickly run down, and we could probably level these up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with no problem. I could probably even do 7, but I'm just gonna do 6, which gives me a really high like cooldown. So now we'll come to this and we'll just 600 copy. Bam. Then I can just run through all these. This one will basically get that up to, yeah, I think that's, it might go, that might actually go up one more. I know in the main game it does. It goes up 0.01% just to make it so it's 100%, because base game, for anyone who doesn't know, is 96, or sorry, it's 4%. So if you get 96, you add it to that 4%, and you have a 100% chance of getting anyone that's going to give you rubies will give you a double, which is, I mean, pretty much where we're at right now. But I think it'll actually end up changing and upgrading itself. These are all really high times because of all of our stuff we got going. But obviously, I want to get you energized, get a auto clicker there. And then it's just a matter of kind of getting the rest of these energized, the ones that'll last long. So like that doesn't really last long. You do, and I think you do, right? Yeah. So you can get all those long lasting would be kind of ideal. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this one. I know this is a pretty straightforward episode, but it's just kind of getting back on track for the big grind of a ton of quick ascensions that's about to come. So next video may be more of just a kind of mush of a couple runs. I'm not really sure. Trying to make this daily, so it's like sometimes I can put multiple runs in the video, and sometimes I can't, depending on if I get to play a day or not, because there's some days I really just don't get to play the game when I'm at home and whatnot, so it kind of can throw things off in that aspect. But we should have some alright runs. I mean, this Transcendence, or this Ascension is going to last a long time, because we're going to be doing so many quick Ascensions. I'm almost positive we'll break 100k, and I think I'm going to do it anyways. I'm almost positive I'm going to. But we're looking good. We still have extra ancient souls which we can use where needed. Again, I'm like 90% sure, I meant to mention this, that this is underleveled actually. So I think I'm gonna look into it a little bit more, think about it a bit more, but I'm almost positive that this needs to be like actually higher than Borb needs to be to keep things efficient re-rolling in this current in Route 2 basically. All my other stuff should be okay. My Borb is probably much higher than needed. Fan is definitely going to be higher than needed. I'm going to, basically next trans, I'm going to be respecing and kind of going at this a little bit more thought out. Now that I've actually learned quite a bit about how all these work and how the game runs, talking to some people there, again, when they were teaching me about the whole basically transcendent power in this Route 2 and how certain heroes have their own like runs. I talked about this a couple videos ago or something, maybe last video, I forget which one, but talked about it, so if you want to hear about it, I kind of briefly go over it there. But yeah, anyways guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. So please smack the like button. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.